Step 1, removing the condensing unit. Step 2, removing the air handler and putting the new air handler in place. That's a shell, that's a blower, and the coil is beyond that a little bit. Step 3, replace the thermostat and the dehumidistat. Next step, install and set the new condensing unit. Next step, wire in the condenser with your high voltage and your low voltage, and run your copper into the main discharge and the suction, then solder. Next step, solder the pipes. Next step, anchor the unit on 4 sides. Next step, install the new air handler and secondary drain pan. Don't have that guy work for you, he drops things. That's a blower motor. He's hooking the high voltage condenser. Time to start it up. Wait for the air handler to be wired in, piped in. Next step, pull a vacuum. Pause. Next step, mount the sensing bulb. It's kind of hard to see. Somebody zoomed in. Just mount the sensing bulb to the coil. Service valves to release the refrigerant. First, you want to check, make sure there's no leaks in the system. Then hit the breaker. Start it up. And the air handler still has a little bit of work to do. Last step of the operation, mount the supply plenum to the machine, mount the return plenum to the machine, mechanical strap the supply and the return plenum, and run hanging straps to support the weight of the air handler. And it's also on a secondary drain pan, and also on some sheets of plywood that's scabbed with 2x4s across the trusses. That's all it takes to install a 16 SEER 2.5 ton Rude, straight cool, straight heat